Welcome to our explainer. Today, we're jumping right into the nuts and bolts of your housing society. We're going to decode the rules that really shape your community, and more importantly, your rights as a member. So, who really calls the shots where you live? You might think it's the managing committee, but the real power structure, it's all laid out in the bylaws. And the key is figuring out your official status, because as you're about to see, not all members are created equal. You see, in any cooperative housing society, there are basically three different classes of members. The rulebook calls them active, associate, and nominal. And trust me, each one comes with a very different set of powers and responsibilities. First up, you've got the active member. This is the main owner, the person who actually bought the flat. Think of them as the primary stakeholder. They hold all the rights and all the responsibilities that come with owning the property. Next, there's the associate member. Now, this person is also a joint owner, maybe a spouse or a family member, and their name is on the share certificate, just not in that number one spot. They definitely have a stake in the property, but their rights are, well, conditional. And finally, we have the nominal member. This is someone who lives in the flat but doesn't own it at all, like a tenant or a licensee. They're pretty much members in name only. They get to live there, but they have zero say in any of the society's decisions. Okay, so on top of those three types, there's another really important label that gets applied: active versus non-active. And this distinction is what really separates the members with influence from those without. So, what does it take to be officially considered active? Well, according to Bylaw 22, it's a pretty simple three-part test. 1, you have to own the flat. Easy enough. 2, you have to have paid all your society dues, no arrears. And 3, you need to attend a general body meeting. And here's the real kicker. You only need to attend one single general body meeting in the last 5 years to keep that active status. That's it. Just one meeting. That single act is the key that unlocks all your rights as a member and makes sure your voice is actually heard. You're probably wondering, why all the fuss about one meeting? Well, it's not just about showing up to have snacks and listen to arguments. Your active status is directly tied to your power to vote and actually shape the future of your community. It all boils down to voting power. Look at this. Active members, they have all the power. Associate members can vote, but only if the active member isn't there. And nominal members, they get zero say in how the society is run. Your status literally determines your influence. The rule is simple: one flat, one vote. And that vote belongs to the active member. It's the core principle of democratic control in a housing society. If you're not active, you simply don't have a voice when decisions are being made. Now, this goes beyond just meetings and elections. Your rights as a member stretch into one of the biggest financial decisions you'll ever make: selling or transferring your home. The process is actually way more straightforward than most people think. According to Bylaw 38, you just have to give them a copy of the registered agreement and pay a small transfer fee. But here's the part a lot of people miss. The society cannot demand a no objection certificate, or an NOC, to approve the transfer. They just can't. And what about that transfer premium that societies love to charge? Well, that's not just some random number the committee gets to make up. The rate has to be decided by a vote in a general body meeting. And, this is huge, the bylaws cap it at a maximum of 25,000 rupees. Anything more than that is a no-go. See? Knowing these rules changes everything. It takes you from being just a person who lives there to being an empowered stakeholder. So the real question isn't just about what the rules are. It's about what you're going to do with this knowledge to be an active voice in your housing circle.